gentlemen, judges, fellow SIFErs, good afternoon everyone. Let me introduce you to the speaker of SIFE IÉSEG 2011, Lucie, Austin, Jeanne-Marie, Pierre, and myself, Juliette. We are thrilled and very enthusiastic to participate for the 5th time in this national SIFE competition. This year, the SIFE IÉSEG team was composed of 60 students, led by we, our president, Jeanne-Marie, our secretary, Lucie, our accountant, Pierre, our coordinator, and Guy Butin, our faculty advisor. 6 of us were responsible for partner relations. 5 others were in charge of communication. 4 subgroup leaders and 40 other members were working on the daily implication of our project. Here is the summary of our presentation. First, we will introduce you our school, then the team, followed by their mission and their objective.
Whoa, hang on. Don't you think it's going to be boring for them? You know, they're still a big kids, so why not tell them a story?
Yeah, right, but for this we need sentences.
Why not some pictures?
And some more?
A book? Now we are ready to tell you the story of the team SIFE IÉSEG. SIFE, once upon a time, a team of French business students decided to take the biggest step so far, to create an innovative and social project which aims to keep empowering the youth. The key project. But how would they attain the objectives, and are IÉSEG students even able to create a social project? Since 1964, IÉSEG School of Management trains young and creative students into actors of change. Today, IÉSEG welcomes more than 2,400 students on its 2 campuses in Lille and Paris. IÉSEG is in the top 10 business school of France, has more than 2,000 partnerships with companies and 155 foreign partner universities in 44 countries all over the world. These students who interact in an international context are rare. They are responsible, ambitious, respectful, and acknowledge l'esprit de corps. So yes, they do have all necessary tools and knowledge to empower those in need. One day, Oswin, a member of the team SIFE IÉSEG, met Philippe Catois, a representative of the foundation L'École de la Deuxième Chance in Lille. He decided to talk about him to his team.
The L'École de la Deuxième Chance is a network of schools acting against social exclusion. These schools are supported by the state and welcome over 10,000 students from 70 different sites in France each year. The students who come here stay for a period of 9 months and are the age group of between 18 to 25. But these students have no degree and no training. Hence, their objective is to find a job or an internship during this period. But unfortunately, not many of them make it, as they lack self-confidence and also have difficulties when they interact with recruiters.
For this reason, SIFE IÉSEG was moved by the situation and decided to study the problem of professional integration of young people in the region. They discovered an alarming situation.
In the region of Lille, 17% of the youth is unemployed. Moreover, since the recent economic crisis, youth unemployment has increased by 72%. Today, 9 youngsters out of 10 think they will have difficulties finding a job, and each year, approximately 120,000 young people leave the education system without any qualifications.
So it did not seem right for them to only help the students from L'École de la Deuxième Chance. They had to work on the root of the problem. They studied the reason why these students dropped out of school.
Most of these students came from the so-called ZEPs, a ZEP being a priority education zone. These areas face academic and social difficulties, and hence their results are much lower when compared to that of the country's average.
Considering all this information, SIFE SIFE IÉSEG couldn't leave the situation as it was. They decided to take an initiative to create the project
Keep empowering the youth.
After many debates and discussions, they came up with a common mission and ambitious objectives.
We use business concept to give the disadvantaged youth
Hope
Professional skills
and opportunities.
to succeed in order to improve their quality of life and standard of living. We are committed to create links, developing skills, and fully empowering our stakeholders. Our four objectives are to reduce the number of students leaving school without qualification, to strengthen the link between the school system and the world of business, to develop guidance, to personalize the courses and support for the youth in a collective framework.
The students analyzed the overview of the region of Lille in order to decide where and how they wanted to act. What was the strength?
The youth had a great potential of energy and hope. We target mostly troubled young people, but also brilliant ones wishing to pursue excellence. Our business partners have experience, knowledge, and job opportunities. And us, the IÉSEG students and volunteers, have life skills, academic excellence, and the ability to create a network. So our project key is all about creating a link between those three sustainable resources in order to keep empowering the youth.
In order to effectively create these links, SIFE IÉSEG, with help of its business partners, set up many events. These events form a virtual cycle, but let's start at the beginning.
Firstly, 12 of our members organized an original recruitment day in the form of a sports challenge for the École de la Deuxième Chance. Recruiters from top companies such as Auchan and Boulanger met with approximately 50 students at a decathlon sports field.
Sounds like fun, but why in a sports field?
On this day, all were equals. Equals because they wore the same t-shirt and shorts on a football field. In the teams, recruiters and students were mixed, and this enabled the recruiters to identify the students' motivation and team spirit. Osama, who had taken part in this program, had something to share with us.
Je suis reconnais de chaque chance. Et aujourd'hui, j'ai participé à cette journée-là parce que je trouvais ça intéressant. En fait, mon premier projet, c'est la comptabilité. Après aussi, il fallait avoir un niveau bac, BTS, etc. Et disons que c'était pas accessible pour moi. Après, j'ai changé mon projet et je me suis mis dans la vente. C'était mon second projet. Ouais, franchement, ouais, c'est intéressant. Alors que je ne savais même pas que c'était des recruteurs. Donc, ouais, c'est un mauvais exemple. Comme je ne savais pas que c'était eux, ça m'a permis de me mettre à fond. J'avais pas d'intimider un petit peu et tout. J'avais pas peur de faire car je savais pas c'était qui et je savais pas c'était eux, je me suis donné à fond. Franchement, ouais. Je savais pas que les recruteurs pouvaient être.
After helping the students from l'École de la Deuxième Chance with their internship research, SIFE IÉSEG decided to work on the root of the problem.
Our objective was to give to the 40 middle school students from them the possibility to decide for themselves what they will do in the future by creating a professional project with them and by helping them to overcome their academical difficulties. For approximately 7 months, 14 members of our team and 10 volunteers offered them tutoring classes every Thursday for up to 2 hours.
What did you do during those tutorings?
Well, first the tutors discussed with the student about their dream, how they could go a step nearer to attaining them. Then they focused all together on the subject the student has difficulties in.
When I was young, I did not like tutorings. What did you do to manage that the children are motivated?
We got their attention by organizing events, and that enlarged their perspective. We went to a science museum. We organized a visit of our school to show what a university is like. They were also given the opportunity to meet all the students from them who had tutoring in the youth. We proposed cultural trips to Paris and Lille, and at last, they attended a forum where they could meet a lot of students from various sectors of studies. Those events and the tutoring helped the student to become actor and not mere observer of the destiny. Let's have a look in the classroom.
On part à présent du côté de l'île Sud au collège Louise Michel à la découverte d'une initiative solidaire. Là-bas, vous le voyez, des étudiants d'universitaires et d'écoles supérieures lilloises viennent en aide aux collégiens en difficulté. Depuis la rentrée scolaire 2 fois par semaine, une trentaine d'élèves issus de milieux défavorisés bénéficient de soutien scolaire de la part de leurs aînés. Un échange intergénérationnel qui profite à tous. Les collégiens sont aidés dans leurs devoirs et reprennent confiance en eux. Du côté des étudiants, ils ont la satisfaction de voir leurs élèves progresser. Ils nous aident pour nos devoirs.
On aide les jeunes à réussir le brevet et puissent avoir un meilleur avenir. Il y en a beaucoup qui rêvent d'aller au lycée pour leur permettre de faire quelque chose qu'ils ont envie de faire plus tard.
On apprend mieux quand on explique. Ça fait plaisir d'aider des gens qui n'ont pas la chance d'avoir l'aide qu'on peut recevoir nous, chez nous.
J'ai des meilleures notes.
Ils ont envie de progresser et il y a vraiment un progrès entre le début et la fin. Donc c'est vraiment encourageant et ça donne envie de continuer et vraiment les aider parce qu'on voit que ça a quelque chose en fait.
SIFE IÉSEG did not stop here. Encouraged by the good results of the youngsters, they decided to continue creating projects to integrate the disadvantaged youth by focusing their efforts on coaching them and creating new opportunities.
12 students from our team took the initiative to coach the youth. On the one hand, we helped them to write and improve their cover letters and CVs. On the other hand, we helped them to choose the right path. And finally, we organized job interview simulation to make them practice their skills.
Okay, that sounds interesting, but who gave the coachings?
Well, an exchange between all generations took place. The coaching for the middle school student were given by us, IÉSEG students, and the coaching for the high school student were given by members from the NDRH, which is the biggest human resource community in France.
And what's next?
Once the youth had the right training and tools, it was time for them to know what they wanted to do. So we organized different forums where they could talk to companies' representatives to make their minds up about the field they want to work in.
It's nice to have a dream. But what about making it come true?
After this coaching and forums, we organized 3 so-called speed recruiting. Speed recruiting, which idea originated from speed dating, enables company to see in a limited amount of time a multitude of dates. Applicants, sorry. Students have only 7 minutes to present themselves and to prove that they are fit for the job.
With the help of all these events and actions, SIFE IÉSEG wanted to reduce the demand for l'école la deuxième chance, and therefore the number of young people having no degree and no formation. At this moment, SIFE IÉSEG realized that their project was unique.
Yes, unique. Because all our actions cover the 3 steps of social integration.
We keep encouraging the youth.
We keep educating the youth. We keep employing the youth.
Alone, these actions would be useless, but together, they facilitate social integration as a whole to form the key project.
Also unique because in our program, middle school, high school and older students learn from each other in a community of exchange and opportunities.
Finally unique, because students are encouraged by their elders, who were in the same position as them today.
But was he a real success?
Yes. By using questionnaires at the end of every event and by interviewing our different participants, such as recruiters or students, we were able to assess our actions. These are our results.
We equip the youth with skills and confidence to move towards self-determination.
We involve them throughout the process.
We make them focus on long-term capacity building.
And we build a foundation for the expansion of their success.
Nice, nice. But do you have any tangible results?
Yes, of course.
What did you put in your project?
To keep empowering the youth, you will need 60 motivated students, 5,000 hours of work,
73 volunteers, 83 partners,
9 classrooms and 1 sports field.
And what have you done with it?
more than 1,000